Welcome back to Startup Street. Grip Invest, a D2C investor-first digital investment platform for high-yield, non-market-linked alternative investments, recently raised $10 million in its Series B funding. The round consisted of $8.5 million via fresh equity and convertible notes, as well as $1.5 million in venture debt. The round was led by Stride Ventures, with participation from new investors Nueva and Multiply Ventures. Existing investors Venture Highway, Anicut Capital, and Advantage also participated in the round. To talk to us about the growth plans at Grip Invest, joining me now is its founder and CEO, Nikhil Agarwal. Also with me is my colleague, Arundhati. Nikhil, welcome to Startup Street. You have Stride Ventures on board and Venture Highway, Anicut Capital, and Advantage arrive as third-time investors. What does their backing mean to you, and what are the reasons that have driven investor interest in the company? If you could quickly take us through the key highlights of the past year.
Thank you so much for having me. I think it's, we're a fixed income investment platform, and investors such as Nueva, Stride, and Anicut have tremendous experience in actually providing institutional finance on the fixed income side. So for these investors to back us, especially, is a representation of how the fixed income market is changing and the growing appetite and interest for retail investors to participate in fixed income in institutional quality credit. The last year has been really interesting, predominantly coming out of new regulation from SEBI called the OBPP, or Online Bond Platform Providers Framework, that has allowed businesses like ours to offer fixed income investments at small ticket size to retail investors. The ability to have this license, offer a completely digital platform, I think is transforming how investments will be made in India, where people will now have a choice between fixed income in the fixed deposits manner, but fixed income also through corporate bonds or other debt instruments that provide them a higher return and better risk reward.
All right. Hi, Arundhati here. If you could quickly take us through the allocation of the funds. First, tell us, how do you plan to use the raised capital to scale your business operations, and how do you plan to focus on driving customer awareness?
Yeah, I think Arundhati, the second point you mentioned is probably the most important. I think it's around customer awareness. We have a new product category. We are trying to, in our view, investors had either the 6% FD available or market-linked volatile returns where you could hope to make 18%. What we're trying to introduce to them is a totally new category of investments that lie between the super safe fixed deposits and the volatile stock markets, which can give you higher returns. So customer awareness is a big part of the allocation of capital. This has to come from also a very high level of transparency. And the way we are achieving this is to make sure every investment instrument on our platform is actually credit rated by rating agencies like CRISIL, ICRA, CARE. We're also spending a lot of effort in providing information on what this means in the hand of the investor.
Okay.
I think the layer of what we're trying to do also on my education side is really around experience. Investors like to invest in products through frameworks like SIP, mutual funds. How do we replicate some of these experiences from the stock market to also the fixed income market?
Sure.
I think that's the priority we have.
Nikhil, picking up from what you just said, you also plan to expand your product distribution and build additional investor-friendly features on Grip's tech platform. If you could quickly take us through the new offerings, what's in the pipeline?
Yeah, if I told you that SIPs do not exist for corporate bonds, you may be surprised. We talk about SIPs so commonly as investors, it's such a large market, but it's never been done for corporate bonds or for other fixed income instruments. Those are the kind of things that we're trying to solve for, and really be able to provide not just a great investment option, but also in a manner that users can easily adopt it, can try with very small investment amounts and build a diversified portfolio. Similarly, today in the world of e-commerce, everything has to be digital, has to be online, has to be instantaneous. Sure. We want to build those kind of customer journeys. We're a fully digital D2C DIY platform and providing information and that experience end-to-end users.
Yeah. And if you could quickly tell us, till date, you've facilitated over 800 crore rupees in investments. Talk to us about the mega trends you're seeing in terms of investor behavior, shift to digital hybrid platforms and others. Also tell us how Grip Invest stands at the forefront of this wave.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I think the biggest trend we are seeing is investors want to take control of where they're investing. I think they have previously had to rely on some form of advice from a bank relationship manager or some advisor. But I think that is changing. Like with everything else that we purchase, we also want our investments to be something that we control. We ran a survey among our users, and the number one feedback that we got was we like to do our own research and we like to be in control of where we invest. I think we've picked that as one of the key mega trends. The second mega trend is adoption of higher yielding fixed income. 70% of India's investments or savings are in fixed deposits, which make maybe 1% above the inflation rate or 2% above the inflation rate. I think there's a large appetite for investors to say, we love fixed income, we like the consistency of it, but we want to have higher returns over the inflation, and where can we seek those options? So those are two mega trends that we are seeing from the investors.
All right, Nikhil, unfortunately, we've run out of time, but wish you the very best with all your growth plans. And many thanks for joining us on Startup Street today.
Thank you so much.
Okay, on that note, it's a wrap on this edition of Startup Street. From Shruti Arundhati and me, it's a goodbye. Thanks for watching. Stay with CNBC TV 18. All your news and updates will continue on the other side.